Was talking to a guy at the gym today, and he's been at this gym that I've been going to for a while. He's been working out for over 10 years. And you could tell it was like maybe about like a year ago. He started kind of getting pissed off like at himself. Like, I've been working out for so damn long, and this is what I have to show for it? Like, really? And we are back, baby. Let's turn on the car. Yeah, probably need to drive a little bit to get to where I want to go, which is back to my home. Start a little bit casual. How you doing? What's going on? As you guys can see, we're back at it again with the car talk. I just feel like it's more fun. Like, I'm tired of, going on these road trips by myself. By road trips, I mean legitimate 10-minute drives. And just kind of listen to music. It's boring, versus I actually feel like I'm talking to you guys, even though I'm by myself like a schizophrenic. But whatever, man, we're here for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hope you're here for it. That's kind of the goal of this video. Who cares? Regardless, I was talking to a guy at the gym today, and he's been at this gym that I've been going to for a while. He's been working out for over 10 years. And you could tell it was like maybe about like a year ago. He started kind of getting pissed off like at himself. Like, I've been working out for so damn long, and this is what I have to show for it? Like, really? Like, I just kind of come in here, I kind of just check off a few boxes, and that's that, huh? Like, that's all there is to this. You realize when everyone's about to make like a serious shift in their life, it's quite unbelievable. They hit this level of supreme self-disgust, like an abnormal amount, to where it almost, you can feel it overfill. You can feel it. And I could tell him, like, in my head, I was like, he might actually do something. Because most people hit that, and it goes one of two ways. One, they basically just get super angry, and then that's it. You know what I mean? They get angry, and then finally they're like, oh, I'm kind of just, it is what it is. Or they just basically just spring themselves into action. Getting beyond plateaus of your life. That could be obviously in the gym, but that also could be in your real life. Like, man, I'm meant for more. I can do more, and I'm just not playing to the game I'm capable of playing. You want to know something? It makes me sick. That's how you genuinely think of it. I've been at this level for so long, and honestly, I hate this level of life. I hate where I'm at, because I know I can do more, and honestly, not being there is way too frustrating for me not to at least attempt it. But you'll realize two things. The amount of force required to thrust yourself into a different level is unlike anything you can possibly explain. The idea of you going so deep and so far, it really becomes a game of holding on for dear life. This is what's going to happen. If you're stubborn enough, and to be straight with you, that is the key to this. That is the key to transcendence. It is truly being stubborn. I refuse to give in. I refuse. I'm talking about stubborn to a point of, if I don't get this weight up inside the gym, I am not leaving this gym today. You don't have to go that psychotic, but I have absolutely gone to that place. And it's because it wants to go there. Transcendence requires so much out of you. And it's not a game. Then that's why you guys hear me sometimes talk about, I'm not talking shit either. I'm just being honest. Like, talk about looks maxers, or guys that are super into biohacking, or science-based lifters. It's because you don't understand. There is an element of will required to reach those levels, regardless of the information that you have. Because you can be doing the work that works all day long. I promise you, that doesn't mean it's easy. That's the funny part. You think if you knew, now I know, and it's super easy. Matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. When you know the work that works actually works, it's legitimately a miserable process. You are so bored, and it's mind-boggling, agonizingly boring and dull. But you know it works, and that's the difference between someone who wins and someone who loses. The winners are just like, I am so damn effective with this system that I have, and it works, and I'm going to run it to the fucking ground. And losers will start trying to get fancy. And I mean, I'm not calling them losers in terms of their life. I'm just talking about people that don't get what they want and people that do get what they want. That's the differentiation here. And I kid you not, there's days where you know in your head, like, I feel like I have the Midas touch. Everything that I know I need to do, I know I can do it to its best ability. You're making magic happens with your fingertips, with everything. And still, it's too much to stomach sometimes. You're like, this is just so damn miserable. There's some little kid who's just on a scooter in the middle of the road. Respect, honestly. That dude's got some balls. I mean, little... Yeah, right. To truly touch the next level of life, regardless of what realm you're in, that can be inside the gym with your fitness, that can be with your relationships, that could be with money. It does not matter. It requires so much more out of you than you realize. And it has to mean so much to you to a point where you in your head believe you do not have a choice. You don't believe you actually have a choice. That's what's crazy about it. It's not even a decision between, okay, we either go this route or this route. It'll get to a point for certain people, and this is where I believe some people are made for this game and some people aren't. When I say this game, I'm referring to transcendence. I'm referring to people who truly care to see how far they can take it. They want to touch the top of the mountain. They want to see how far they can go. And to them, that means more to them than their own well-being. I can't explain to you how little I give a shit about how I'm doing. How little of a shit I care about my own well-being. Quite literally, it's a non-factor. I will go through my days miserable sometimes because everybody has those days. But the work that I know needs to be done and that works, I will not let up. That's it. I've made my choice. I know exactly what I want and I know I'm going to get it. But anyways, I was talking to this kid, to bring it back full circle. I was talking to this guy and I look back at him and I'm not kidding, the past 6 months, I would watch him inside the gym looking like he was about to hurl. Every single time I looked at him, he looked like he was possibly going through some of the darkest times that I've ever seen. Like, you can tell he was touching dark spots in his brain he's never touched before. And we talked actually literally today, and that's the reason why I'm making this video. You don't realize how much it requires out of you. But what you don't realize is those feelings, when you really, really face darkness in its eyes, what happens is the little boy starts to die off. You're actually shedding off the cobwebs of your spirit. And it's almost like this, like, it's a process that's so addicting because you realize so much about yourself. Through that process, you realize everything that you are. To a point where anybody can tell you anything and you're just like, talk. It doesn't, whether you said something kind to me or mean to me is legitimately a non-factor. You appreciate the kind comments, of course. But you have been in the ringer with yourself in your own mind to where you know you're everything you believe. You don't even know how to talk out of your ass anymore because you're just like, dog, like, I'm living in such reality. Like, I do everything I have to do every single day. I push so fucking hard every single day. I truly empty the energy clip on a day-to-day basis. I empty the clip every single day. And the only reason why I do it isn't because I'm abundantly energetic, although, yes, I possess a ton of energy, but it's because I'm compelled to do these things. My goal is to get everything I can out of life. Everything. That way I can pass it on to my family and my children in the future. Because my life is not for me. My life is truly lived from the purpose. I have an obligation, I have a responsibility while I'm here on earth. And how I feel does not take away from the responsibility that I know I have. And if I know I'm capable of doing something, I sure as hell better show up every single day. It's as simple as that for me. And some people either want it or they don't. And that's why I always tell you, just because I am built this way doesn't mean I'm telling you you have to be built this way. Understand, I'm talking to the person who deep down knows like he is speaking to a part of my heart that's never quite been talked to. Like, that's always been there, but I've been told to ignore it. And for some reason, I'm always upset. I go through these ranges where it's like, life ain't so bad, to a point where your cup starts to overfill, and then you fucking lose it. You self-sabotage, and you try to burn everything away, and then you try to build it back. If that's your process, that's all that's happening. And I hate to break it to you, your life is not going to be, a beautiful thing where it's like you live in really, really good feelings all the time. It's the exact opposite. You'll be living, unfortunately, with a lot of bad feelings for most of the story. A lot of bad shit's going to happen, but guess what? The good times are so good that you won't even think twice about the bad times. Because when the good times come, it's a different level of gratitude you have. You feel differently. And the thing is you're getting everything you've ever wanted. And everybody else by proxy looks at you in a way that you can't explain it, man. Like, they feel actually safe around you. And to me, I'm not here to be a hero. It's the exact opposite. I'm just here to fulfill my duty as a soldier. And then I move on to the afterlife. That's it. And I'm just compelled to do these things. But the problem is you've been told if you don't feel good, you can't perform. If you don't feel good, there's something wrong with you. If you don't feel good, then there's something to fix. And there's nothing to fix. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. As crazy as this sounds, I've talked to you guys about me kind of being, miserable through the process of things, and it's agonizingly boring. This is the craziest thing because it's everything you realize is a law of opposites. As you start diving deeper and deeper, and the more you push yourself, you start realizing the law of opposites is so real, man. It's so real because I have never been happier in my life. What I'm doing and how hard I'm pushing, I have never found anything, whether you want to call it your purpose, your mission, your life's work, your art, whatever. Nothing has ever filled me up internally in a way than this journey has. And that's just not just the gym. I'm talking about, even outside stuff with, businesses and, content. All of it, man. Like, it has forced a level of output out of me that it's the greatest journey I've ever been on. And it's everything that I've been seeking out since I've been legitimately a young kid who knew that it was just instinctually different from most people around him. But that's who I'm talking to. If that is you, man, lean into the chaos. Lean into it all. Lean into the good. Lean into the bad. Stop trying to absolve yourself from the fall and just fall. Get back up, you'll heal up, and you're going to learn a lot quicker. And guess what? You're not going to be scared to get punched in the face anymore.